Hi guys, welcome to the First Division preview show. Delighted to welcome Philip and Cian once again. How are you getting on, guys?
All good, Keith. Thanks.
Still good from the last time. This is take 10, by the way, guys, in case you're wondering. At Lone Town and Bray Wanderers, the first game up, we've got 7-6 in the league, Cian. Horrendous form from Athlone. I was going to say recently, but really the last 10 games overall. Bray have been getting better. How do you see this one going?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Athlone are poor at the minute. The way they're playing, I'll be really frightened. You know, that the way they started, you know, they beating the big teams so early on. And I think everyone kind of jumped out of saddle a little bit for them. When personally, I'll always say I didn't. And anyone that listens back will probably say that as well. But they look like someone that could have just crumbled so early. And they did. But, you know, they're still in a great position. You know, they're not playing well, but they're still only a couple of points away from the playoffs, which was the target. So, you know, they could easily find themselves in the playoffs. And I'm going to go for a Bray win here, though. I really am. I was looking at Bray, and they're coming into it nicely with the way they're playing. And, you know, they're going about their business quietly. So, a big 3 points here. People start talking about Bray again into the run. Look, we all know Force is probably selling up now at this stage. So, you know, it's just playoffs really to play for. But, you know, you put yourself in a fighting chance. If you can get yourselves into them playoffs, you give yourself a chance because, you know, if Bray finished in the bottom place of the playoffs, for example, you'd fancy them against whoever finished second anyway. You know, you fancy each other against. I don't think there's much of a gap. So it's anyone's game, like we seen last year with Longford. So I think everyone's going to be fighting to get into them playoffs, of course. But I just think Bray will come out on top here 1-0.
Yeah, Philip, that's the point I've been making for a few weeks. I don't think it's relevant whether you finish second or fifth. Do you know what I mean? Once you get into the playoffs, then maybe you're second, you can rest a few players or something like that at the end of the season. I don't know. That's later on in the season. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think Bray are going to win this too as well. I don't see Athlone getting out of their rut quite yet. And I think Bray had a good result last time out as well. A big win last time out. So I think they'll continue their winning ways, Philip.
Yeah, Keith, I will agree with you. And I read a bit in the paper the other day about Athlone, actually, one of the local newspapers. And I had to say, it just seems like they're starting to run out of those chances that they were getting. We discussed it previously, Keith, that they had chances that they just weren't taking and they weren't going in. But those chances seem to have dried up from what I've been reading and what I've been looking at. Look, I suppose Bray are starting to turn their season around slowly but surely, you know, and obviously there was a poor result against Shells recently, but they've looked a lot better, you know, and they've got a couple of results now on the board in the past few weeks. So Athlone can't lose every week, as you say before, Keith. Not every team will lose every week in the league, and although they haven't lost every week, they haven't won for a long time, and they haven't got back-to-back wins in a long time. So that says even more. So if we're going to give you a result, to be honest with you, I'm going to say it's going to go 1-0 Athlone, and the reason why I'm going to call it is because I think there's going to be fans at this game. I might actually try to get up to the game myself. Because I know I won't get into Rovers. I suppose, yeah. So I just think the fans being back might just be that little bit of motivation and that kick up the arse that Athlone needs. So I'm going to go 1-0 Athlone. But again, the normal thing would say at the way both sides have been playing, Bray will win this game. I just think those little circumstances may change it. So 1-0 Athlone, very, very cautiously.
Cabinteely take on UCD. I suppose this is a derby, really, Cian. But I was just looking at the table there while Philip was talking. I'm actually surprised to find that Cabinteely are only a point behind UCD at the moment. It seems like UCD have been flying for most of the season, but 3 defeats in 4 games have obviously left them on 19 points. Cabinteely haven't drawn yet this season, so I don't know if they'll draw their first game. But how do you see this one?
You just don't know. No, you really just don't know what Cabinteely is going to show up. They've been brilliant or they've been awful in games, and you can't predict them. You really can't. Going by their recent form, you'd fancy them to nick something here at least. But, you know, it's literally, they can go out and win 2-0 and lose 4-0 the following week. And, you know, they are really stop-start. I'm going to go for UCD, though. I think Wales up front will bang a few in. 2-0 UCD.
I think UCD will win as well because Cabinteely have been better away from home actually rather than home. And I do think they try and play. So that kind of suits UCD a little bit as well, who just have a bit more quality in my view. So I'll go UCD as well. 3-1. Philip?
Oh, that's a big shout for a team that's been struggling. I think. No, I'm gonna go against these lads. I'm gonna go Cabo this week. I just think that
we're pleasing everyone though. Let's be honest. So
yeah, that's it. So if you're not getting your content now, lads, you may as well just switch off because like we're all trying to please everyone. But yeah, I just think Cabo are just in a position where UCD aren't, and I think that they can play. They know. Some weeks we're good and some weeks we're not. Whereas UCD the past couple of weeks have been pretty abysmal, I just think that hammering the shells really, really hurt them. And I think they're still feeling quite sorry for themselves. And I just with the way Cabo are this season, I just see them turning up. Again, I don't know if there's fans going to be at this game. I don't think there is going to be fans, but if there was to be any fans at this game, I think it would be even bigger motivation for Cabo. But saying that, I just think UCD, not at the minute, the way they've been playing. So I'm going to go Cabo 1-0. And I'm not going to give you a goal scorer. I just think they'll nick it 1-0.
Oh, gee. Treaty take on Galway. Treaty absolutely flying, Keane. We haven't really got your thoughts from you on Treaty, but surprising everyone. 8 points behind Shelburne, the league, second in the league. Currently, though, 3 points out of Galway. So an opportunity for Galway maybe to peg them back. They're so organised, Treaty. How do you see this one?
Yeah, they've been a breath of fresh air to the league. I said it before the last time I was on a few weeks ago, and they've backed everything that they want to do up so far. To be in a fantastic position where they are second in the table, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Look, this is a game they can easily win. I'm gonna go for Treaty to win this. I'm still not overly impressed with Galway. I still think they're miles off where they should be, where the Galway United side should be. But look, Treaty just do the simple things. That's what I like about them. They're a group of hard-working lads that give everything for their manager and everything for Limerick. And look, I'm delighted to see them where they are. Just hope it stays.
Philip.
Galway. I just, again, similar to Cabo. I just think they can be on and off on certain days. And I just think the way things have started over the past couple of weeks, they've just looked a little bit better, and just a little bit, not overly impressive still, but just that little bit better. And results have kind of slowly got better. Again, not great. I just think that the experience might get them through this, I just think the way things have gone, it's going to be a tight game. But I'm just going to go. If we're going to give you a result, I'm going to say 2-1 Galway. I'm going to don't score too many goals, but it's going to be a tight game, and I just see them getting the better of Treaty here.
They do like a last-minute goal, Galway. In fairness, Shelburne and Cork, which sounds like a mammoth game, doesn't it? Shelburne and Cork. When you think about the size of the clubs, but Shelburne are flying the season, still unbeaten, great form, not conceding goals, scoring goals. They can do no wrong at the moment. Cork City, they'll be happy with their performance and the result last time out, but they're way off Shelburne actually in the league. Like, how do you see this one going, Keane? They're 8th at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shelburne here. You can't not go Shelburne, can you? They've really hit their form now. They're miles ahead of the league so far, but look, they won't be getting ahead of themselves. They have top pros there, and they'll be professional as ever. Cork have actually not been doing too bad since the break, really, but they're still, for me, I wouldn't even talk about them as challenging for playoffs. Even I wouldn't put them in the bracket, which is probably wrong of me, but I wouldn't. I can't see them. They're winning games, even though they've got a great win there, won a 1-0, and they're still not where that's not winning games comfortably. They're not, it's always a 1-0 or you're nicking a draw. They're never comfortable, and I think it's a recipe for disaster with the goals that they ship against this Shelburne side. I'll be a little bit worried now, I have to say, if I was Cork City going here. But you know what, it can happen on the day. They could be hard to break down, and you know, you could just have one of them days. So, you know, I'm gonna go for a Shelbourne win here, and for me, it'd be fairly comfortable. Now, I don't mean they're gonna hockey them out, but I mean, like, it might be only 1-0 or 2-0, but without Cork ever looking like they're gonna get out now of the game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll go for Shelbourne as well. I'll go 1-0 as well. I agree with you there that Cork could play like they don't look like they're going to score, but they've been quite decent defensively. They've only conceded 12 goals. So for that reason, Shelbourne 1-0 could be a second gear 1-0 type win. Do you know what I mean? Philip?
Shell's going to steamroll Cork, I think.
Straight off the bat, they're going to hammer
straight off the bat, and I can see this being 5 or 6, to be honest with you. I know they weren't great against Wexford, but they got the job done, you know, and I think now, more than ever, there's going to be a bit more of a reaction. I think even though they won the game, I still think they probably wouldn't have been too impressed with the performance. Wexford did create a couple of chances, according to Paul, down there. He was vlogging it. And yeah, look, I'm going to say straight off the bat, 5 or 6-0.
Right, Cove and Wexford. Hang on, 5 or 6-0. Which one? You have to pick one.
6. Cork have been shy.
Cove and Wexford. Like 9th and 10th here, but there's 8 points between them in the league. Cove improved the last few weeks, even though they lost last time out. Wexford have improved an awful lot here. Keane, how do you see this one?
Yeah, Wexford have improved. I've been watching the last couple of weeks and how they play. Look, I had that first division pass, so I was watching it, and I look at all the first division games, and Wexford they're playing great, but it's a long-term process. Look, they're not going to do that this season, next season, or probably even the season after. You know, it's a long process. It's going to take time. But if they keep going the direction that they've gone in the last couple of weeks, you know, they're going to give themselves a fighting chance in, I'd say, about a year, 18 months' time. So I'd be very impressed with them. I think this is a very winnable game for them. And I'm going to go for Wexford to win this. I just think today, or the game, the weekend, is going to be the day that they're going to get that win on their own, and they're going to really kick on.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call for me, but as a result, I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a 1-1 draw. Philip?
I want to say Cove, but I don't know. I just think Wexford have been very good, and I don't want to be a polar opposite to Keane the whole way through the video. So yeah, no, I'm going to agree with him, actually, to be honest with you. I think they'll just do it 1-0.
1-0. Grant, guys, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate your time.
Cheers, Keith.
Brilliant stuff. Guys, subscribe, hit your bell notification button, and like the video. Thanks a million.